Man, that's crazy. It's almost like you like disrespected koalas.
We're back live. Thanks, Matt. Okay.
Hey, they deserve to be disrespected.
I think I just got the audio before I transitioned it back to Zoom. That's why I was like, okay, I'm just gonna have that be our audio.
You, you miss the CB.
What is happening? We do hate the tech goblins. Okay, I think we're good.
We good?
OBS has not done this in so long. That's why I was like, oh, this is weird, wild.
Fair.
All right. Anyways,
Uh,
will you please repeat the question?
Yeah, I'm just saying that. Just noting that people are spreading out because it seems like they're kind of like done for the day. They're gonna do their own little
Yep.
things for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going towards Rennick.
Okay, cool. Um, you approach Rennick. I had mentioned this previously. Oh my god, did you? Okay, there we go. I watched it dip for a second. I was like, don't do it. I had mentioned this previously that Rennick, in this form, this form that they themselves have chosen, look like the most basic of Shatterkai. Like currently are without cloak. They like if you were to describe a general Shatterkai that you would take from a D&D book, they are the most basic level of that. It was like they just picked the most unassuming form that they could at the time, just for your own point of knowledge. As they continue to kind of keep the cloak off, it's that thing of they've already been exposed as what they truly are now. There's no real point to them as they continue to work on the bolt in their hands in the workshop.
Then before retroactively,
Yeah.
we know that Rennick was a god. Has Rennick told us this?
He did.
Okay. Great. Anyone else in the room?
I think everybody left the room, so you should be good.
Okay. Yeah, I think he just kind of comes in and kind of like leans against something and watches for a bit. That must be pretty mundane. Just working away with your tools.
It's something. I mean, it makes weaponry. It makes things for me to use. Why?
Do you miss it?
Which part?
It.
Yes.
I guess I'm
To
curious.
have-
No. Oh.
Oh, you're good. Go ahead.
I guess I'm curious. No. We finished this. You go back to what you were. What happens then?
You mean what I do, or? I guess I'd go back to what I was doing. I don't know. I become whole again. I feel like me again. It's incredibly difficult to have something and then lose it unexpectedly and against your will.
Yep. Know how that feels.
He'll kind of turn to look at you and look you up and down. A look of confusion on his face as he's trying to survey and look for more.
I mean, I think even as he looks, he can see static in Grimmer's eyes.
Yeah.
Every so often, it's kind of like it's a thing, passive thing. I'm also looking to get back to what I was. I'll be honest, I don't want to fucking be here. This is not what do the humanoids say? Not my circuits, not my monkeys, whatever. But it seems we all have the same goal, and that's dealing with. And he like gestures towards the direction of the tower. And if I help you get your power back, you help me get mine.
Is it something that can be obtained?
Well, from my understanding, only a god can break a divine intervention, so.
I've not ever attempted to break a divine intervention.
I mean, I guess figured God cancels out God. Maybe. And if you can't, then your, what is it? Luck? Chance? What's the best route to someone who can?
Okay. Okay. I don't know what the chance looks like. I don't know what... I can't see it anymore. But if I know, I can at least give you an estimate of how good of a chance you have.
At this point, I can work with that. Because I don't like being small. Especially in comparison to what I was. I feel like an ant.
It's interesting going from all to nothing. And quite devastating, actually.
Yeah. Folks like me, we don't handle emotions well. We lash out and, I mean, we can change the entire atmosphere with a scream. So, it's a little different.
How long have you been this way?
Felt like a while. I guess, how long has it been?
It's a great question.
I feel like it's at least been enough for him to acclimate to this form.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, years for sure, maybe even a decade. Maybe less than that. Maybe like 4
Maybe,
years.
yeah, probably like 5, between 5 and 10, somewhere around there.
Between 5 and 10, yeah.
Yeah.
Not really a decade, but close to it.
Long enough to become accustomed to it. Short enough to miss it. Got it.
Yeah. And it's kind of funny. The crew I'm traveling with, they all have their problems. Yeah.
A mess. A mess seems correct.
But I think they've all seen some things. Maybe not to the scale that I've been through, but they intrigue me. Even the fucker who keeps touching shit.
I'm going to be very honest with you, Grim. I think all of them seem like they would touch shit.
Yeah. I mean, technically I do too, but not in the same way. I steal, I don't.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I don't bastardize altars. I mean, I don't even fucking like the gods, but no offense.
No, that's fair. None taken. Yeah, I get it.
Either way, we have a deal. And he extends his hand.
he'll put a hand out. He'll take yours.
And I think for a moment, no matter how much is gone, there's always a seed of potential, just like the tiniest. And as Grimmer's hand touches Rennick, for a moment, it's as if Rennick is in the shadow of something gargantuan.
He doesn't flinch. He doesn't move. His shoulders don't even tense. It's a silent acknowledgement, as in a I see you and I know. As he removes his hand, and in yours is a little gold coin. Seems normal enough.
Ding. Catches it, doesn't look at it, just puts it into whatever contraption that he has.
He smirks a little as you do so.
Okay, I could go find these little shits until they go destroy something else.
Okay.
And kind of turn around and start walking out.
Excellent.
Rennick's gold coin.
Excellent. Okay. All right. Let's jump to our altar defiler. What's up, JD?
Hello.
Hello.
Got a
Hey.
nickname. New
Ooh, new title. Put it on the bingo.
Mark it on the bingo.
Hell yeah. New title. What books are you looking for?
Anything on the perspective of like gods in this like plane, so in the Shadowfell. Ancient histories of unknown lore, anything vaguely eldritch.
Okay.
If I find one, it goes on the pile that's on the table. And I find
Okay.
another.
All right. So, you find a couple actually. There are a couple that you can find located in this library, especially with how new this type of history is for them. You find the Eldric Codex. You find Tales from Beyond, which you can, just glancing through it, like flipping through it, you get a little bit of Eldricness in it, but it looks like it's got additional information, kind of more about travel and the god of travel, like between dimensions. So it could be useful. And then you find, I think there's one more, hold on. Then you find the Book of Ages Past. So you find 3.
Beautiful. Let me make a quick note of those. What was the second one again? I'm so sorry.
No, you're totally good. The second one was... Where'd it go? Tales from the Beyond. We love
Beautiful.
notes.
We love notes. I'm gonna pop open this codex.
Cool. What are we looking for? Anything specific in it? Are you just looking for gods? Are you just looking for information? What is it?
Everything.
Great. Okay. Also, as a note, yes, IHD, you did say that you were watching Quellion, so you went with him in the library. You're just watching this man walk around with books, find 3 of them, and immediately go for 1. That is kind of the vibes. Okay. Cool.
HD is just is watching, glowing very brightly in the room.
Amazing. Okay. So you find information, obviously, about there is note of the radiant god that you've already heard about from the church. There's nothing additional here. Any lore that you kind of already found by the bishop, by Orlin. You find... Let me grab the other ones. Nessus kind of counts. Yeah, okay. So you find 1 entry about Athen, or Nessus, who is the god of fate, destiny, and interconnections. and her attached children. So Avent, who is the domain of past, Curran, who is the domain of present, and Novus, who is the domain of future. The last one you find is an entry. Petra will know this one. You find an entry from In, the god of nightmares. In.
Neat. Nothing about chance or anything in there?
Nothing about chance.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, those are your entries.
I read it all again. To try
Okay.
to commit it to memory.
Great. Okay. If at any point you ask any questions in regards to those deities, you'll have advantage on the roll for history checks then.
Hell yeah.
Cool. Okay. HD, while this is going on, is there anything you want to be doing aside from watching?
Nope. HD is watching, and just in case Quellion turns into like a.
It's
bastard,
Quellion.
They'll just kill him. That's the plan.
We'll just kill him. That's fine. Okay. All right. Excellent. Is there anything else that you'd like to do in this room, Chitty?
I think we're just gonna keep reading.
Okay.
And until there is no more new information to gather.
Okay. Yeah. Easy enough. The second book I gave you, Tales from from Beyond, is more of an account of the Eternal Wayfarer, who is Aloria. She is the god of travel and exploration, specifically between realms. So just something to note that there is a deity who is in charge of that.
Mm.
Cool.
Neat.
Okay.
I will be providing reading light. That is something else I will be doing.
You just have a little. All right. Amazing.
I just
Cool.
imagine that Kellyanne is like trying to like. From the outside, it looks like he's trying to be like that one scene in the first Lord of the Rings movie where Gandalf is in Minas Tirith, just like underneath the catacombs, looking at all of the different pages, and he's like trying to do it by candlelight, and then there's just like bright light right behind him. He just eventually like, gives up and uses it as reading light.
That's exactly what that is.
That's exactly what's going on.
Amazing. Amazing.
And if HD is paying attention, you'll know that like as soon as he'll like search around and find a bunch of information and then like slow down like really hard and go through it very, very slowly and like try and absorb as much of it as possible and then like continue to another bit that piques his his interest and then slow down and go over it like a few times.
Every time, though it's Quellion would not notice this. Every time they stop to slow down, there is a moment where the sword that hangs at HD's side moves up ever so slightly, and then when it's clear that they're reading, it goes back to where it was.
Hyper vigilance. Amazing. Okay. Amazing. All right, let's jump over to Sid. You went in search of food. Is there anything else that you were hoping to accomplish while you were out?
No.
No? Love. 10 out of 10. You find food. What type of food are you looking for? Something specific or?
No,
Cool.
just Sid is just trying to eat and not focus on all of that shit that just happened. Because, yeah. So probably
Okay.
going to their mess or whatever to just sit and eat.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you're able to find some. It's almost like it's food left out for maybe hunters who are left on patrol or just out late. So yeah, there is It's more like snacks. It's like jerky and a mixture of nuts and trail mix and things like that. But yeah, you're able to absolutely find something. There is plenty of it. Yeah, that's
Okay.
how much you find.
Sid won't take too much, but she will take a fair share before basically trying to find somewhere where she can just kind of sit and strum at her guitar and eat. Because, yeah.
You have some, flowers that you've received, and it's been a lot today.
Yeah, remind me, thank you, because I wrist pocketed those. While
Yeah, you did.
While she's eating she flicks her wrist and unpockets them and stares at the flowers for a good long while, just trying to internalize what that might mean.
Yeah. They're beautiful. They smell beautiful. These are fresh and lovely, vibrant colors of these Vesper lilies. No note. No, nothing. Just these flowers.
After a little bit, because she leaves them out and she strums her guitar for a while, and it's only once she recognizes the song that she started playing that she gets visibly frustrated and repockets the flowers and then just puts the guitar down
Perfect.
and tries
Okay.
to like get some shot.
Okay. Let me jump over to Backer. Backer, what would you like to be doing? Are you doing anything additional?
Nah,
Just sleep?
I think just going for a walk, just be like decompress, probably heading back, walking through the mess, I would assume, when Sid had their moment. And then probably check in with Sid. I'll probably sit next to Sid for a hot minute.
Okay. Yeah, you find Sid kind of relaxing, getting ready for their sleep in the evening.
You alright?
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, you
Exactly.
need to apologize for anything.
No, sorry. I just didn't realize you were next to me, so kind of lost in my own world. You doing fine after that little fun little revelation?
Oh, I'm doing just peachy. How you doing?
I've been better, but
Yeah. I think we all have.
I want to get the fuck out of the Shadowfell. I'll tell you that.
You and me both.
We weren't given directions other than go follow the thread of the path that we're going on.
No,
Uh,
I mean none that I could discern of.
we get a choice of where we're going next. I wanted to put something to you. Maybe you can buck up and agree with me when I present this to the group. And I know I got personal reasons for wanting to do this. Maybe you do too. I kind of want to propose going to the Feywild after this. I mean, I know it. The odds are long that we're going to end up in ours. I'd like to roll them dice. You know.
Huh. I had not really thought about the Feywild was a possibility.
I mean, if we're doing a god a favor, why the fuck can't we just ask where to go next, right?
I mean, technically that makes sense. If you don't mind me asking, oh god, why are you wanting to go to the Feywild? If that's too personal of a question, please feel free to tell me to shut the fuck up and go away.
Okay, first off, I ain't gonna say that to you. Don't. we've been through enough shit at this point that it's not something I want to talk about for sure.
Fair.
As a rule, I try not to talk about all my mess in front of everybody.
That's fair. I get
Longer,
that.
longer people spend with me, the more mess kind of tends to leak out. But any of it I can keep corked. I do try. So
I mean, everybody's got their secrets and deep down under the surface things that eventually we tend to let people in. I'm not saying it has to be right now, but I do hope eventually.
can I ask you a question?
Of course.
What was it in you that told you that you could tie yourself, your life to someone else?
As cheesy as it may sound, it was love. My wife, Mooney, she's a wonderful woman. When I first met her, she I honestly don't know how to explain this. Besides, she thought I had the biggest head and the most obnoxious son of a bitch you had ever met. I did not know her name until 2 weeks after I met her. Do you want to know what this woman did? When we met and I asked her name, she gave me a fucking riddle. And said, "You figure out my name and then I'll talk to you."
Sounds like you figured it out.
It took me a while, but it was that fight and that fire that made me just fall head over heels. She was and still is inspiration and my biggest supporter.
Yeah, I remember that feeling. It's a good feeling. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go find somewhere to bed down. I guess tomorrow we're gonna talk about where we're going next. If we're doing the fucking tower thing right away, or if we're going somewhere else.
Well, if we have the ability and the willpower to get to it, I don't see any means not to hit the tower. If we got the god of luck on our side, we might be able to get through it, but
Yeah.
I don't know, luck is fickle.
Sure fucking is. That is why I live by one tenant and one tenant only. Revel.
I think I can get behind that.
Yeah. Too many things want you to die, fight, do other things. Might as well just revel. All right. I will go do that. By the way, if you're picking through any of that food, jerky's real good. Don't grab any of the buns. They're stale as fuck.
Ooh.
And
I
since
think I'm gonna try and find some eggs.
all right. Make sure they ain't gone off.
Good night, Sid.
Not.
I'm so mad that you keep looking away with your bits. All right, perfect. Is there anything? I'm gonna kill you off. I'm gonna do it right now.
After that moment, come on.
Watch me. I told you I've told you I'm good vibes today, but that can change. Excellent. Is there anything else anybody wants to do before you?
Head to bed after I find Let's see if I
Okay.
can find some egg.
Cool.
I kind of want to find Kellyanne, or at least doesn't.
Yeah. You knew that they went to the library. They had stated they were going to do so, so it would not be hard to find. Yeah. It's also not hard to find when you're walking down the hallway and a bright light is radiating from the room.
I think I lied. I'm not going to
Yeah.
find Kellyanne now,
Okay.
but we bed down.
Okay.
Because we're-
Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem. Kellyanne and HD, how long are you guys up? Kellyanne, I know, doesn't necessarily have to sleep, but
Oh yeah,
See-
well, yeah. No, I'm up until it's Quillion goes to bed, and I don't.
It's
Correction.
the correction.
it's the correction every time. It just kills me.
HD. You know something of the gods, don't you?
Why, yes, I do.
What do you know about the Eternal Wayfarer?
It sounds like a very interesting name. I don't know. I guess I can roll for it.
I was gonna say, wow, do you want to roll, or are you just gonna go with that answer? Like, what?
Leave this here? Like, cool. You got a bed then. Great.
19. I got a 19 religion.
Excellent. I was like waiting. I was like, cool. You just answer. That's what we're. Okay, cool.
Absolutely not.
Wow. Okay.
No,
All right,
yes, and me.
No yes ending for me. Just yes, no. And no. Cool. Okay. Yeah. With a 19. The Eternal Wayfarer, or Eloria, Veloria, is known for their travel and exploration, specifically between realms. They have been known throughout history to provide safe passage via ship to those who may be cosmic travelers.
Okay.
Yeah. So their symbol is a circle with endless stars. It is a loop of stars that kind of never seems to end. And yeah, they've been Petra. Weird. Anyways, but yeah, that is what they are known for. Is they are known as a pretty neutral god. They are neither good nor evil. They simply provide passage through the stars and through dimension and through realms. They have been known to work with other deities to provide safe passage to other deities' followers.
HD is gonna be like, well, it's Quellion. It's funny you should mention that. Like I said, here, the Hoppers, we are not allowed to deliver anything with levels 1 or higher levels of sentience. However, that considers travel. And when it comes to travel, we offer to our sister company, which, or the realm of the deity that you spoke of. I've forgotten the name already, but the deity that you spoke of.
So
They
the
are-
Hopper Corporation works semi-closely with this goddess?
Well, let's see.
With her followers, there's a
tree-
potential to work with them, yeah.
It's like, does a tree work closely with the river that its roots are next to?
I guess you're right. All right. Just something to keep in mind for the future, I guess.
Understood. I can do that. Did you enjoy your book reading?
I did. Did you enjoy waiting for me to make some sort of move?
No, not particularly. But I'm glad that you had a good time reading your books.
I'll probably give them another couple passes tomorrow just to see if I can pick up anything else. But before I head out, one more question about the gods for you.
Of course, you can ask as many questions as you like. Time is limited for you, and I understand knowledge is important.
What do you know about the Serpent Queen?
Ooh, what do I know about the Serpent Queen? I'll roll another religion check.
Yeah, if you will, please. That would be fantastic.
I got a 4. The opposite.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense, especially with the pantheon that you're more from and familiar with. It makes sense. You only know a singular thing, and you've kind of only picked it up because Quellion has one. Her favorite weapon is the scythe. That's it. That's all you got.
Well, it's Quellion. I can tell you this. The gods are many and vast, much like the different winds that might blow one's hair. So I don't know every single one of them. That being said, I'm sure the Serpent Queen is very fond of scythes, as they seem to have provided you with a extra sense of camaraderie with your weapon. Not obviously as close as it could be, but you know, with some time and practice and maybe a little bit more devotion, I can understand you fitting yourself like quite well in that area.
Kellyanne kind of just nods his head with a little bit of like a half wry smile and seems very satisfied with that answer. Good night, HD.
Good night. Enjoy your sleep. It's Quellion. Do you sleep?
No, I don't.
I forget what beings sleep.
I am among those who don't.
Oh, all right. Well then, enjoy your restless state or anything that you do to replenish yourself.
I will, HD. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And there'll be no need to lop my head off. I'm still completely in control of my faculties.
Well, that's great. Though someone who wasn't in charge of their faculties probably wouldn't have the ability to say one way or the other. So I'll stay vigilant, just in case.
Get some rest when you can.
Thank you. I appreciate you worrying about me throughout this process. Have a great moment of not moving or, speaking or doing whatever you do to replenish your energies.
I'm just gonna head out because I know I can't get the last word with HD.
HD's following you. He's not leaving you.
I'm going to my room.
Yeah.
I will.
Correct.
I'm going to close the door in front of HD.
That would require a physical alteration in your room.
I'm going to attempt to quickly close and lock the door.
Okay. Make me Dex? This is the silliest roll.
Not enough.
Oh.
7.
Oh. Wow. Matt, make me a Dex check, please.
I was just
Oh,
use thaumaturgy to blow the door. If he closes it. This isn't really their decision.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Well, yeah, 7 is not going to be enough then. As you go to close it, it is immediately blown back open. HD standing there still.
So I'm assuming you're chaperoning me for the rest of...
Well, until your mind is your own, and I think that's what that other guy said, that he had implanted on you. So once he says it's cool, then we'll be back. But don't worry, since you don't sleep, it's not like I'll be inviting you, and I'll just stand here, and I don't have to talk to you at all.
Can you at least turn the light down?
I mean, I guess. Why?
It's easier to concentrate.
Ah, understood. I can try my best to dim my radiance for you. The light will kind of just like, because I can change the color of the light, so it'll just be like.
You can take one of the sheets off of the bed and just throw it over just to dampen any more light, and then go try and trance in the corner, or at least set up to trance.
Okay. You set up to trance. JD, will you
Hello.
make me a a wisdom saving throw, actually, is what I
Wisdom?
want. A wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
15.
Okay, it's not enough. Cool. I love this for you. So, Quellion, you set up to trance at the corner and you begin trancing. You don't normally dream. You trance. You don't normally need to dream. However, a sort of sleepiness does come over you. Go ahead, Petra.
It's not a swamp, but there is a fog that covers the ground. There are black trees that reach down from the sky like hands. And from just past the fog, the sound of a massive, slavering maw of something gigantic echoes hot breath past your back, and a voice not unfamiliar growls out, "Making deals, little one." We forgot one. Thought you didn't want to be a door. Now you hunger for someone else's power. Why not take what I offer you?
Kellyanne will kind of sit straight up, not turn around. It's not power that I seek.
Tell me, what do you seek?
One specific divine purpose I've already set myself on.
Why not? And the voice is closer now. So close you can feel it picking up the hairs on the back of your neck. The slight spray of spittle connecting with the back of your ears. You just smell the scent of carrion as it wafts past you. Why not let me bring you to that purpose?
Because it is not your path to tread, it is mine.
You let me in. I'll be here when you change your mind. And the sound retreats. The trees grow less distinct, and the fog fades. But as any great hunter, like Quellion, has experienced before, there's a sense that a great predator watches you.
Thank you, Petra. The sleepiness fades. That sleepiness fades as you pull back from that type of haziness that's clouded your mind briefly back to this trance, and you find yourself in a corner where you have placed yourself.
Kellyanne hits the deck hard and begins praying. just like not even the like under his breath prayers that he usually does to the Serpent Queen. No, full chested, the fear of prey in his eyes. Like, no, this is the time where I really need some fucking help.
HD, you see it happen. You see this abruptness.
Was like when they were doing when that was happening. Was there any sort of like? I know that was more like in a mental state. Was there any
Correct.
sort of like thing that happened? Any change in appearance or whatever?
You could see like a tension in the jawline of while it was happening. You could see Quellion like almost uncomfortable, would I guess be the word. A little bit of perspiration on the forehead, a little bit of sweat, but other than that,
I would like to make an insight check, please.
okay, sure.
This is
What?
for my with when it's Kellyanne drops to the ground and starts praying, or like going all nonsense.
Yeah, going all nonsense. Yeah, sure. What are you insight checking specifically?
I would want to know if this just move like this drastic position should be something. Would this constitute like the sort
Gotcha.
of like, this person's being taken over by another thing?
Gotcha.
I got a 20 on my insight check because if I thought that he was, I would attack him. So I want
Correct. No, on the 20, absolutely not. It is fear. It is fearfulness. It is a seeking for help, I think is the correct one. Judy, any additional things?
No, it is like it's such a like a violent shock out of like the dead silence to like full hands and knees prayer that it's startling, but the more you kind of observe and see it goes on, it becomes more and more pathetic.
I think HD will. What I think would be interesting is Itzkalia didn't see this happening, but while they were being assaulted in this space, there was a flaming sword of holy steel inches away from its neck. But once the sort of energy shifted, clearly not even noticing the mortal danger they were in and beginning to pray, HD will let the sword fall sinking to the ground and will get down on Itzkellion's level and we'll start praying with Itzkellion. Not the same prayers, but prayers of intercession. Praying to the Serpent Queen, but more like as if you would talk to a friend of a friend.
Yeah.
So it's just like, hey, yes, Serpent Queen. Like, you know, if Kellyanne's prayer, I don't know what the prayers sound like, but the only ones I have is like evangelical concepts. So it'd be like, yes, amen. We are, you know, like we are here. Like, you know, we stand in the gap. You know, like yeah, you know what I mean? Just, like that kind of stuff. Just is just sitting there and is staring at Quellion, but like is repeating back to try and like help.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. CB. Yeah.
I did mention that I had the intention of going to Kellyanne's room.
Yep.
At some point.
I know.
He's small, he's naturally quiet in a way, aside from his armor, but
Yeah.
could Grimmer, because the door isn't closed because...
Correct. The door is open. Correct. Yes.
Could Grimmer have come to the door mid while HD was prepped and just watched? I don't think he would have said anything. I would have tried to be as quiet as possible. Not like to. It's weird. It's stealth, and it's not like I'm trying to be sneaky. But I think there's just a moment of what the hell is happening.
A moment of observation.
Yeah, it's a moment of huh? This is not what I was expecting. Because I don't think Grimmer knows, unless he should. Because I don't know, but I don't know what this is.
Not really. Not really. So this is weird. This is a strange observation that you were making. And it happens so quickly, the dynamic changes of this moment of peril for Quellion without even acknowledgement to a moment of... The best word would be brotherhood in this moment of fear, of feeling like a prey. It changes very quickly, abruptly.
I would like to stay there for a while the prayer's happening. Not really sure. I mean, he's assuming he has heard Kellyanne pray before.
Under his breath most of the time.
Yeah.
This level to it, this volume is new, but yes.
Yeah, I don't think he does anything. I just think he watches for a while.
Okay.
Perhaps he's seeing something unexpected. And I think he's gonna, and I can stealth. I would like to not mess with them, but also not let them know that anyone was watching.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me stealth. You can roll me stealth with advantage. They're both distracted.
Great, then it's a street roll.
Hell yeah.
In June. What the hell?
So I'm just gonna hope it didn't try to do both. Okay, normal, great. Great. Love that. Just let me do it. Okay. 8.
What?
Great. It was 16. 8. Literally, which is honestly valid at this point.
Okay.
Regardless, I don't think he's really. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if it's an 8, because like I was gonna
It's an
just
8.
go
Oh,
with
it's
my my passive perception is 12. So I like the idea of if I heard like a squeak of a floorboard, you know what I mean? Because it's like an old shadow.
It's very old. Yeah.
You know what I mean? There is a moment where HD, their head snaps in Grimmer's direction. Their eyes flash bright white, like searing. But then when he sees that it's Grimmer, even though they never really exchanged names. Actually, I don't think this whole
Not
time.
really.
But
Grimmer wrote HD off immediately.
yeah, like I don't think they. But then we'll see that it's someone that's like an ally, and then we'll just go back to trying to help It's Quellion in their moment of like fervor into praying.
Yeah, I think this is the first time for Grimmer that he's not seeing HD as this egotistical, selfish thing who just exists in the world that they exist in. I think he's probably seeing a hint of the HD he knew. He's like, huh. We'll put a pin on that one, and he will head back to the room. Unless they all have their own rooms. I remember he was rooming with Backer, so either
Yeah,
way.
he is. Yeah.
Yeah, so he'll go to Backer's room and go back to his corner.
Okay. Judy, will you pick me 3 describing words for the Serpent Queen? Well, there are 3 descriptions that you would think of when you think of her. I can give you a moment because I am going to also go over to Tom. But if you will think of 3 describing words for her, I would appreciate it.
Cool.
Yeah,
Do you want
you.
me to message them to you, or
Either way, I can come back to you and you can say them aloud, or you can message it. Whatever is easiest for your knowledge and your sake. Cool. I'm going to jump to Backer real quick. Backer, you were going to bed.
Mhm.
You were going to sleep. Do you immediately go to sleep?
yeah?
Okay. Do you have any rituals or things that you do before bed?
it goes to the little bedside table and just like very neat and organized, lays out all of his tools in each individual spot. Very OCD like. Takes off the vest, folds it, takes glasses off, puts them on their little spot. Rubs his ring for like a good 5 minutes as he lays down. And then eventually just knocks out and falls asleep.
Okay. Will you roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Sure.
This is not for the same reason, I swear to God. Okay. It's a similar.
Totally.
Similar, not the same.
Love that for me.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 6.
Great.
So 14.
Excellent. Backer, you find yourself in the familiar garden. At least it feels familiar after you close your eyes. You're not sure if you've ever actually been here, but there's a familiarity where you feel comfortable, where you feel safe. It's a beautiful garden. Even in the stream, you can smell the scent of the many flowers and the florals. You're noticing a couple of flowers that look familiar. There's a couple of Feywild specific flowers here, but also ones you've never seen before. You've never had a dream like this before. You've never seen this before in your life.
Can I like look around the dreamscape? Is there a
Yeah, absolutely.
familiar-esque house?
No. There's not. You just find yourself on a stone walkway lit by fireflies.
And the stone walkway, it looks like it was like purposefully paved, right?
Oh,
Like,
very
this
much
is
so. Yep.
Okay, so this is a walkway. I'll continue down the walkway and just look out for any like buildings, landmarks, anything that looks like
You don't
some
have to
sort of civilized.
Yeah, you don't have to travel very far. As you walk down this beautifully paved walkway, and you feel safe in this space. It's a comfort that you've not experienced in a while, especially in the Shadowfell, especially in the places that you've been. But you don't have to walk long to find what you believe whose garden this is. As you continue walking forward, you come to a clearing. And there is a woman who stands in the middle of the clearing. She has her back to you. There are white ringlets of curls hanging down her back, and two beautiful silken wings, grays and reds and golds, adorn her as she glances over her shoulder. Black lips, heavy red around her eyes. As these very large doe-like eyes turn to you. She is wearing a black gown with a neckline that comes up high to a high collar, lawn sleeves. But yet she still seems light on her feet as she turns to you with the heft of the gown. It is not hard to recognize immediately who you are encountering. She says nothing. She simply smiles slightly, gives you a chance to speak.
Before I approach or say anything, I give a very gracious, like, half bow.
She nods in acknowledgement.
I will approach her. It has been a long time. You will continue to look well. And I'm glad.
Backer dear, let's make this short. What do you need? You have not called upon me for many years. You find yourself in danger.
I do. You are one of the only two people or beings that I can always count on when my life is in danger. Well, technically 4 people, but we always rely on our parents. Myself and a group of individuals have found ourselves shunted across the multiverse, I guess you could say. I apologize, I've moved into Southern Drawl.
It's called multiverse sickness. It happens to all of us.
Fucking howdy. Okay.
You never know.
I found the text. All right, we're back. We've been shunted across the multiverse, and we've arrived in the Shadowfell. We were in a place of was just underwater, and I'm not exactly sure how to get back home. I've been told that I've been severed from my reality. And I'm trying to hold myself together for those in this group, but I am terrified.
I see. I wondered why I could not feel one of my followers' presence. That makes more sense. I'm sorry to hear that you have been shunted across galaxies where I cannot reach you.
So, you can't reach me. Does that mean you can't help?
There are always doorways. I cannot help you directly, Backer, but there are doorways to leave. Back entrances through universes. Doors that lead to taverns that are in the middle of space. There are things that you can find there. I can sense that there is one person that can aid you. I know not who she is, though.
Companion of mine is hoping to travel to the Feywild whenever we're done here. If we go there, is there a possibility of finding this person that bring me closer to them or her or whoever this person is?
There's a chance.
Okay. I will do my best to find who this person is and get back to you and get back to Mooney and my folks, and if you do ever, whenever I get back home, if you find the need to associate yourself with some mortals and would like to come by for dinner, we'd be gracious to have you.
It's very kind, thank you. Now go back to sleep. She just reaches out, kind of pokes your nose, and you find yourself without dream. You sleep the rest of the night away. As Lysynthia pulls away as best she can. JD, do you have 3 words for me?
I sent them to you.
Fantastic. I can.
Zoom
Ooh.
chat.
Ooh, these are perfect. Perfect. Okay, cool. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I need my other document. Cool. Let's see here. Will you also roll me a D100?
Who, me?
You. Yep, and then we're going to go to full break, so.
Okay.
They're good.
D100.
Yes, please.
17.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, thank you. Cool. I am going to tell you what all that means after break. I think it's a good time to take 10-15 minutes. So we'll be right back. Guys, stick around. Get up, get some water, get a drink, get a snack, whatever you need to do. We'll be right back.
Oh no.
Wow. Wow, no little comments? No, nothing. Oh my god. That means I've done a good job. Alright, so. Quellion. In your fervent prayers, a strange, not unfamiliar scent comes to you in the middle of this. Your eyes are closed. It's a scent of forestry. It's greenery. It hits like almost a floral. You're not unfamiliar with the scent of woods or pine, but this moment, it is a standout. It is stark and it is odd to you because that is not the deity's scent that you are used to. This is not the scent of the abyss or ash or sulfur. This is something else. As your eyes are closed, you can almost see a picture of a man with a hand outstretched to you. He is dressed in green armor. He is holding a lantern in one hand that is also interwoven with greens, and he wears a helmet adorned with antlers. He says only one thing, and it is, "You're safe here." And for a moment, the world drifts away. You hear nothing aside from the sound of wind through pine trees. There's a radiance, but it is a radiance of sunshine when it hits a mountaintop and you are standing on the edge of a cliff. It is the feeling of complete and utter freedom when you are alone in nature. And for a moment, you don't even hear HD's voice back to you.
Quellion doesn't trust it.
Sure.
And he just screams and runs.
Okay. You scream. You run. You turn from this figure. As you scream and you look upon him, this green interwoven armor. He has a beard, a brown beard on his face, large green eyes shine like emeralds. You turn and you run directly into a woods. There's a forest, it is green. You can hear that sound of wind. You can smell the scent of pine in the air. And you run, and you keep running. And it is trees after trees until you hit a lake, a clear, crystalline lake of water. You can see fish and minnows. Across the way is a deer that looks up at you very confused. Everything feels tangible. It feels real.
Oh my god.
I think I'm so fucking scared right now. I think he just drops to his knees again and continues praying to the Serpent Queen.
Okay. You can hear the footsteps behind you of what you assume is this man, crunching on the rock and the earth beneath his feet. He does not touch you. He does not attempt to touch you. He simply stands and lets his presence be known there. It is a calm. You could hear a little bit of a smile in his voice, but it's not unkind. It's not in a mocking tone. It is just more of not a pity, just an acknowledgement. He reaches your side and stops a few feet away. It doesn't look at you as looking over the lake itself. You can continue praying, however, she will not reach you. Not here. This is my domain. Yeah, HD. On the outside? Oh yeah, Quellion is
what
not
is
moved.
happening?
Quillion's unmoved. Yep, unmoved.
Can I tell that they're, because now they're not chanting anymore?
Not really. No, it's what you see. Like the chanting eventually stops. There's a moment of just screaming that comes through, and then more chanting, and the silence. You can see it, like, once again, that tension in their jaw, but it is not. They're just like, it's nothing wrong physically with them. You're not seeing any changes that are overly concerning aside from this.
I'm gonna try to like shake them so that they respond to physical stimuli.
Okay, you shake them. Nothing yet.
Okay, cool. I'm going to stab them.
Clark. All right. Cool. Go. Yep. I'll tell you what happens with that. Sure. Go ahead. Stab them. Roll.
I want them to wake up.
You guys ever just go to wake up a friend who asked you to wake them up at some point and you just stab them first? Same.
I'm gonna stab. I'm not gonna use both hands, nor will I use my hands yet.
This is such a sentence.
Is a 7.
How do you miss?
Oh, wait, no,
I don't
I'm
know.
assuming I don't miss. Oh, I just rolled damage. I didn't even think about rolling.
Yeah, you just have to roll damage.
Yeah, so 7 damage.
Okay. All right. You stab
They
them.
wake up.
No. No.
Dang. All right. Well, I will cure them for 7. If they're not waking up, then
Uh-huh.
that would be the thing. Yeah, I'll cure them for 7. Until
Okay.
I am assuming there is some sort of reaction inside the fucking realm
There will
that
be.
I'm in.
There will be in a moment here, yeah. Okay, you heal them for 7. Are you just gonna, is this the plan? Are we just gonna damage Quillion, heal Quillion, damage Quillion, heal Quillion until they wake up? Like, what?
Well, it was that.
Wax on, wax off.
Let me tell like what thing I have here. No. Are they? I have an idea, but I feel like this is narratively interrupting what's going on. So I'm gonna let you finish what you're gonna do.
Okay, great. Fantastic. Okay, yeah. The reaction that you have internally, Quillion, when you are told by this figure that she can't reach you here, it's about that time that HD stabs you. It is a sudden jolt of pain. And looking down, you don't see a stab wound. Nothing seems to have changed, but you can feel that you were stabbed, and you know what that pain is. You are well familiar, but then it quickly dissipates and is gone again after you're healed.
I think in that moment of just like hearing like she can't reach you here and then feeling that pain, he's just going to kind of like be on his hands and knees and you lie, I can feel her, what devilry is this?
You have not felt her for a long time. You need not lie to me.
I'm not lying. She can hear me. She has to hear me. It's a test. It's just another test.
This is no such devilry. I am no devil. I simply heard a desperate man's plea for help and decided to intervene. But if you would like to return to your fervent, unanswered, and unheard prayers, I will leave you to them. Or you can simply stand and stop worshipping something that will not respond.
This is some trick. First, you come to me in the form of some gnashing and clawing beast in some fucking swamp, and now you stand before me all golden and green, telling me that my god does not fucking hear me?
I come to you simply as I am. I know of no other creature that came to you.
Again, with the fucking lies. What do you want?
I simply intercept a desperate man's begging. That is simply all I did. I will return you. I simply was here if you needed aid. I care not what you do, nor who you worship, nor what you are dealing with then, for I simply wanted to help. But if you are unable to accept it, or do not want it, you're free to leave. You are not trapped here.
Send me back.
Will you go cowardly on your hands and knees, or will you stand while I send you back?
Killian will take a moment, stand up, and stare at this figure with his solid ruby eye.
It is a stark contrast, the two of you. One of you dressed in deep reds and blacks, and the other dressed in this fine greenery of golds. He doesn't look unkind. It's almost like a father who is tired of his child acting up. That is the vibe. That is every look on his face. It's not rage. There's no disappointment. It's just, I am annoyed. But he reaches a hand for you. Doesn't touch you. He waits for you to touch it. I'll send you back.
And what price do you ask?
None. I did nothing for you.
There's always a fucking catch.
You are so heavily scarred. The mask you wear is a heavy one, but I want nothing from you. For you have nothing I could want.
Those last words kind of sting a little bit. For some unknown reason. Some deeply buried reason they sting. And defeated, he'll reach out a hand.
He smiles kindly, and you find yourself very abruptly back on the floor with HD. HD! What did you do? What else did you try? How did you try to wake Quellion up?
Oh, I was just gonna command him to wake up.
I love that. So you, Quellion, come to just as HD is shouting at you.
I have a spell. I was gonna use the spell. Man.
Yeah, oh, I know you were. Wouldn't have done anything. So you're essentially just shouting at Quellion. That is what you come back to.
Well,
You find yourself on the
woke
floor.
up.
Yep. You think.
Does it look like you're casting a spell?
No, my spells are kind of just things I do.
Gotcha. Then
Back
he'll
on the
just
floor.
like come back, just and just kind of look at. I assume like your hand is out over him. He'll just kind of slap it away.
My hand will not move, but I will feel your physical force.
Kellyanne kind of shifts to his back and kind of scoots away a little bit and drenched in sweat. Just
It's Kellyanne. You are clearly having an issue.
what gave it away?
Many factors. of tonight's less than 4 hour period, you have been besieged. Um, you said that you do not sleep. Are you sure that is this normal for you?
If I say yes, will you leave me alone?
No. But telling me the truth of what's been going on will help me a great deal.
Visions are few and far between, but they do happen.
Visions of what?
Deeply contrasting places. Places of hunger, fear, and anger.
And these visions, are they created from your mind, or are you being oppressed upon by other forces?
Can't say for certain on this place.
That is a fair point. How often do you experience moments where you are beside yourself, shaking, vomiting, throwing up, all of that sort of thing? By your own mind?
Not since my ascent. Not in a while.
HD will get down to, like, closer to, like, Esquelion's level, and will, like, look. One eye is always sort of bright and, like, daylighty, but, you know, the other one's regular. It's still gold, and the iris will look at you and be like, your serpent queen, your prayers, are they answered regularly?
No.
Good. It is a yes. Good.
What do you
HD
mean good?
HD will kind of like stand up upon hearing that. It is, yeah, and like kind of take a second to like prestidigitation, like any blood or sweat off of him or them. Good. It is a cruel thing. It is not kindness of the shepherd to invite the sheep to the dinner table. If you're not being called, it is because you are at where you are supposed to be. The gods do not play with their food, not the kind ones. It is unfortunate that they have tugged you so. It is a cruelty that they bestow on the lessers. It is unfortunate that you have been caught in this game. For what it's worth, while you are under my light, you are under my protection, whether it be from yourself or from whatever deity has decided to use you as an appetizer. Though, it'll be easier for me to do that if you tell me everything you know. Otherwise, I'll just have to stand here and wait.
Why do I feel like I'm getting robbed for my backstory? At gunpoint.
Growth.
At gunpoint.
It's actually a sword point.
Sword point.
Angel said, "Give."
Yeah, I'm deciding. Kalion is deciding.
Okay. I think this will be a good time to kind of help with this. Um, is the door still? I mean, I kind of knocked the door
Yes.
off and just.
Yeah.
I will fix it using mending and
Okay.
prestidigitation to put the door back on. It's just sort of like bloop.
Yeah, you fix the door. I'll let you use
And
mending.
we'll,
Yeah,
and we'll, yeah,
you
we'll
fix the door,
close
yeah.
the door, close the door, and go back over to Esquelion and say, it's Quellion. I understand that your secrets and your life feels very important to you. And I do not wish to hinder that. That being said, your life is short. Your time is brief. And when you die, your secrets will die, and everyone who thought they were important will die, and eons from then, I will wait and wonder what you would have said. So, you can tell me now, or you can let it become irrelevant. But the only way for your secret to matter is to tell someone who will never leave.
Never is a strong word for someone I met less than 24 hours ago.
That is true. However, eternity had to begin sometime.
Eternity is a good way to put it. Good word to start with. That's what we were promised, the people of my community. Eternity coiled in the nest of the Serpent Queen. We were a small gathering of individuals deep in the deserts of the south. And selected, we were told. And raised to revere the Serpent Queen. Until the day we were to be ascended. After physical, mental, and emotional trials, we passed but one final test. If we passed the test, we joined the Serpent Queen amongst her brood. And if we failed, we were sent screaming to the abyss. Since that day, I haven't heard from my goddess. Since the day she gave me this, and kind of gestures to his stone. I believe it's some sort of final test. There has to be a way that I can get back into her graces, or at least find a way to ask her why wasn't good enough for her.
HD again. I don't know if you're standing or sitting, or at
He's
this
like
point.
crouched, almost like sitting on his butt, like with his hands over his knees, kind of on the ground.
HD will match your pose, but take your hand. It's Quellion's hand, and say, "It is a very cruel thing for a being, God or man, to take one's desire for love, acceptance, and connection for their own amusement and leave them unheard and unanswered. Anyone who does such a thing does not act out of love, but of cowardice, of being known, being seen, and being found wanting and weak. Allow me to show you what it looks like when you care for someone. I will answer when you call, and if we need to walk to the Serpent Queen together and ask them exactly what about you they felt was so unworthy of response, we shall make that journey after I deliver my package. Until then, if you need it, your fear is nothing more than a shadow in the light, gone with my brightness. You must only ask.
I think Kellyanne just kind of like leans off to the side, probably like against the bed. It's killing me, HD. This, gesturing to the stone. I don't have that much longer left to get my answers. It seems today I'm inundated with calls, but I will heed yours for now.
HD will hold out his hand, or their hand.
Kellyanne will wait for a second and slowly reach for it.
As they touch, HD will, their eyes will glow, the room's light begins to grow, and they will say, "Fear, your presence is no longer allowed. Flee from my light." And will cast heroism on its Quellion, making them unable to be frightened until I stop concentrating on it, I guess, for up to a minute. But, you know, I'll just keep doing that. I'll use up all my spell slots until they get their full night's meditation, whatever, like, that situation needs, so they can do that without being inundated by any scary stuff.
It's really fucking sweet. God damn.
You scared the monster away from under the bed. Okay. Perfect. I'll leave you two there. Awesome. Alright. The rest of the night will pass without much more incident. At least not there. You have no idea anything to do with Backer, but Backer, the rest of your night passes peacefully. Sid, for the first time in a very long time, you have no dreams, no nightmares, no voices, no nothing. It is weird.
Yeah.
Somebody else took that for you. Somehow. Wild. Weird.
Things are going great for me. Come up, Sid. Let's go.
Coming up, Sid. Rename the show.
Rename the show. Everything's coming up, Sid. Okay. All right. You all get your long rest.
I just want to say,
Yes.
the only dream that Grimmer has after the conversation with Rennick is I think there's just an open cavern. There are two figures before him. There is what seems to be a male, pale, light blonde hair, golden eyes that actually almost match HD's, wearing plate mail, shining and shimmering, not splendid. And next to him, next to say the plate mail, there is an insignia, what seems to be maybe a sun, maybe a burst of light, like rays of light in a circular fashion. Can't really tell. And next to him is a woman with dark blue robes, accented against jewel tones and silvers all upon this dress. A hood over their long red hair. And then they just begin to disintegrate. From the bottom up, just turn into utter ash. And then that ash turns into a whirlwind, a thunderstorm, cyclonic, and reforms them until it's destroyed again. And this happens over and over and over in the stream until he finally reaches the point where he's no longer dreaming, he's just sleep.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Right. You all get your long rest. You awake in what you assume is the morning, as there's still no dawn to awaken you. There's no sun to shine on your faces through the curtains. There's only this dark of the Shadowfell.
What are you talking about? HD is just in the other room.
You're right. HD, aside from HD. HD is busy. HD is concentrating on something else. All right, aside from that. Yes, Petra.
Oh, I realized that it was never mentioned that the sheet was taken off of HD, so all of that happened while
100%. 100%. That's
Oh, for fuck's sake,
it's
You know
canon.
what?
What's a sheet? What's a sheet? Like what? Time's a sheet like forever. I won't even notice it's on for half the time.
Nah, I'm gonna forget about it. You'll be like, no, Ivy, I'm still wearing it. Like,
Why would I take it off?
it'll be like 15 sessions from now, and I'll be like, no, Ivy, I'm still wearing the sheet. I can take it off and use it as an improvised weapon. And I'll be like, God damn it. Oh, all right. I'll get you a long
Like a
rest.
little jellyfish with a little illuminated jellyfish.
Yeah. I wanted to say something, but it'll spoil future sessions, and so I can't say anything. Anyways,
Jellyfish.
all right. Anyways, all right. You awake in the morning. What is the plan? Where are we going? You all had kind of discussed going to the Ivory District to look for the political adversaries that the Radiant, or that the Godless King had, or you were going to go look at the Lake of Tar, which is outside the city. What are we feeling?
What would any of those really do?
So the Ivory District was kind of brought up because it has potential allies, because it is the adversary, or like the political adversaries of the Godless King, because he took him through them all there. So you don't know who all is there, but you just know that there are people that he feared enough to put there. The Lake of Tar, it was interesting because there was a place through the catacombs that it let out there. And so with everything that Rennick was there and everything else, there was a thought to go look at it. Yes, Petra.
Oh, I would just offer that a thing that wasn't mentioned, CB, was that the lake itself seems connected, though walled up, to the catacombs. And basically there might be a potential there to flood it. Not sure how that's useful to us, but if we learn more about the lake, who knows?
Yeah. So it's more of trying to find your best. It was kind of a strategy thing of trying to find your best chances for when you march on the spire. Of what can you set up, what can you prepare.
It sounds like going to the Ivory District can get 2 birds, 1 stone. Figure out more about if flooding the catacombs would be useful, and information about the King in Yellow, which is I think we probably. I mean, I'm not going to talk for the party, but I think that's probably place and meet for breakfast.
Yes, breakfast time is where we share our nights in comrades. That's very much exactly what we should be doing.
I feel like Sid is the only one that's just in a super great mood.
Grimmer's fine.
Okay, cool.
HD's in a great mood. HD has never not been in a great mood.
The only one who was going on.
I'm so bad, y'all.
Everyone's doing pretty all right, and then in comes this dark cloud.
You know, I don't know what was going on last night, but I had the best sleep I think I've ever had. Ugh.
Really?
Yeah. Super restful. No dreams, but just rest. That's rare.
Well, I mean,
that is wonderful.
yeah, you look a little less stiff than usual, but hey,
It beats nightmares. It beats swamps and all that bullshit. Just get to relax.
I can feel the peace radiating off of you. It is wonderful.
I think Grimmer would have gotten up a little bit before, because he has his own schedule.
Like,
and would have gotten basically food for the table, so he's probably like coming over with food.
Hell yeah! All right.
Small little thing coming over.
Grimmer's
Help with
Wow.
that.
Thank you very much, Large Gecko. I appreciate that.
You get served last.
Wow, that is very kind. I appreciate you saving the best for me.
Thanks, Grimmer. Appreciate it.
Thank you very, very much.
Wow. What's going on? Where are we going?
That's actually a great question. I think we had 2 options, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
3.
We were debating on 3. Oh, I must have missed one.
Yeah.
Technically, you can march straight to the spire and just call it good. Like,
Off to see the wizard.
No wonderful wizard of Oz.
I mean, after last night, I'm down for whatever everybody else wants to do.
I mean,
I'm in a better mood.
whatever gets us out of here faster.
Well,
And I should preface that out of here alive.
how many of you would still being alive would count as a success?
5?
Ah, I see.
I'm
And we
sorry.
have 2 options.
I was gonna say, before we needed to have a conversation with Quellion about disquieting comments. Do we need to have the same conversation about with you?
Are you referring to me?
Yeah.
I would be more than happy to have any sort of conversation you'd like.
Okay, never mind. What are the two options again?
If all of you surviving is a requirement, then yes, we have two options.
We
Which
are
are?
going to go forward with the idea that yes, survival is the option.
I agree. I would prefer it if you stayed alive for as long as your beings lived.
What are the two options?
Gathering allies to create an easier access to this godless king individual,
Right.
or that black lake of tar that I found a little whiles back might provide us with some sort of extra information. I also heard that there is a pool party.
Well, shit. Well, we could always, and I'm gonna say this. Petra is just gonna preface this with the fact that Sid has 11 intelligence. Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, couldn't we do both things? We just split up.
No.
I don't believe that'd be the
Well-
best.
Hey, you should no. You as the DM, you should do that. Just do that. Just split the party, guys. Just do it. Just do it. What could possibly go wrong?
Push your lovely face.
No, no. I think at this point, too much is happening. That we should just do this all together. Quicker the better.
If I might be so bold as to say, we've already lost a companion before by staying together. So
Did
splitting
we?
up would be. I mean, kinda.
I don't know if it was the fact that we were together or not. I just feel like, a certain individual just chopped somebody in half would have happened whether we were all together in the same space or not. I don't really think that has correlation.
Are you
I mean-
referring to when I dispatched the monster that was growing out of your friend?
Yes, when you killed
When you
yourself, our
killed-
friend.
Yes.
Ah, yes. That
But-
wouldn't have happened either way.
My point being, with that happening when we were all together, it seems more likely for that to happen again if we split up. There's
Or-
strength in numbers.
Yes, that. Honestly, I don't think this tar place is really worth it this very second, but maybe we learn something in the district.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'm with
More
you.
people who live here would have more information on the tar spot anyway. I would just look at another black lake of grossness.
That actually might not be the worst idea. If we're going to the district to find allies, we could also talk to locals and get information about the lake. Yeah.
Sure.
As always, an answer to solving an issue is community.
I have two questions, though, before we head out. One I've been curious about, the one is pretty recent. He looks over at you, HD. This is going to go farther than belief, because I believe that you believe this. I'm just really... I've met a lot of people, not many with your tenacity. Are you actually immortal?
Yes. I believe I told you that when we met.
No, you gotta. I mean, yes, but no detail.
You
What
did not
makes
ask
you
any
immortal?
details. What makes you enjoy the foods you enjoy?
No, that's. I mean, I could say I like food just because I like it, but it doesn't
Yes.
mean I do like it.
Your answer confuses me.
I can, and he holds up some meat. I can tell you right now that I enjoy this. I can believe that I enjoy it, but my stomach hates it. not
Okay.
real. I'm just saying it. I guess I'm trying to understand what makes you immortal. Is it belief? Is that the power itself?
No.
Then what is it?
It is the same thing that makes up, up, and down, down. I am fixed.
You're fixed. You're a nexus point in yourself.
Yes.
So there will always be a you that actually is you in comparison to what you believe everyone is just copies of themselves in multiple dimensions and planes and stuff. You are always you in every version.
Oh, you mean the multiverse? No, that I don't know about. I'm saying that I am always me, as in I will always be me, HD. The other
I'm-
HD clearly wasn't. I chopped his head off.
Hypothetical. If another HD came and killed you, is your thesis still correct?
Oh, another HD wouldn't be able to kill me. I'm immortal.
Okay.
Sorry, sorry to butt in. Maybe I'm misremembering words. Immortal and invincible are two different things, right?
Yes,
Correct.
they are.
Okay. That was a good enough answer for me.
I have a question for you, HD.
Of course, Professor Backer. How can I help you?
How?
I want to know, and anyway, with a high insight, I can tell that Grimmer has more questions. He's just not asking. He's realized a wall is hit.
Have you ever put this knowledge to the test?
Yes, quite a few times.
And in any of these situations, were you ever brought down?
Oh, there are plenty of mighty beings throughout all of existence and various existences that also exist on top of existences that have been managed to be able to fell me for a moment or two.
Interesting.
I'm enjoying all of this attention. I like you all as people, and I enjoy your friendship.
Go ahead, Petra.
No, Sid has a thought and then just like goes, fuck it, and just continues eating.
Cool.
Okay. Second question. Head turns from HD to Kellyanne. You've been quiet.
Aren't
Is
I
there
usually?
anything we need to? Yeah, but. I could tell when what's the way to put it? Midlife crisis is going on. I've witnessed a bunch in my time. I don't need to know details. I honestly don't care. But are you okay?
I'm okay for now. Just had a rough night.
Oh, I saw.
I know you did.
You said for now. His gaze looks at Backer for a second and then back to you. Is another mistake gonna happen? If someone attempts to reach out?
No, luckily, I believe those mistakes are behind me. Just happened to take a brunt of somebody else's nightmares.
Yeah? Who?
Professor Backer, have you had any nightmares recently?
Oh, he slept like a baby. I've seen babies sleep.
I slept quite well, actually. Man, Sid, I might. Whenever you're done with breakfast, if you wouldn't mind having a word.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah. And sit
nothing
and
too
get up.
important.
No, it's fine. I gotta stretch my legs anyways. I'll meet you outside.
All right. Well, you have longer legs than me, so you will most definitely beat me there.
All right.
I feel like there's a lot of religious trauma. Or, I don't know. This is why I don't deal with gods. And I mean, if I really wanted to, I could have been one. And that tells you everything you need to know. Like, I'm good. Good. Not for me. But no judging, I guess. Jump.
Yes, I agree. The true gods are the only ones that we should worry about.
Chicken McNugget fucking excuse me?
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Tom. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyways. You're going outside with Sid. That's like the tail end of what you hear as you're walking around the corner. Like, that's it. Backer just gets to deal with that little thing, little statement as you're walking outside. Yeah. Before we get to the outside, is there anything else the three of you at the table want to do? Is there anything else before you actually like head to the Ivory District? I figure this conversation can happen and then we can end session for the evening and then pick up there next week. So if there's anything else, okay, great. All right,
Yeah,
Backer.
I don't think so. I think that at the very least he's just watching Kellyanne. He knows, at least he's seen a good chunk of what happened. Not all of it, obviously. He don't know the bond
Yeah.
that they formed afterwards.
Yeah.
But just
Okay. Hell yeah, perfect. All right, so Backer and Sid, I'll let you guys have your moment as you walk outside.
Tiny ass legs. Morning.
Morning.
So I didn't want to bring this up in front of Quellion because of a certain sore subject with deities. I had a dream last night where a matron of mine that I hold dear reached out to me. And she told me that there is someone she knows that could help me with certain back doors to coming back up on her radar. And perhaps finding a way back home.
Shit.
And now that I'm saying this out loud, if was off of her radar, that knowledge might actually put Quellion at ease that he might also be off of his matron's radar with being severed.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe.
It depends, right? Like some, in my experience, it's a little different depending on what it is. I know
Maybe.
that some of them you carry with you.
Yeah.
I know.
I
know that from experience.
I've seen. But who knows? Maybe it could be something to put his mind at ease. And I feel like he deserves it.
If that's labor you want to take up, you do that. But mind you and yours too.
not sure if that is. I never really saw myself as a caretaker of other people. I'm more analytical. I'm just playing off that. But after the vision from last night in my dream, I think I'm more on board with trying to get to the Feywild as you suggested.
I have a further idea that might narrow the playing field for what I want, anyways. For that, occurred to me while while HD was talking about his whole immortal nature and all that. I realized I never asked him if I could do a return to sender.
Oh.
And Sid unwrist pockets the flowers and goes, because I mean, didn't come with a return address, but he would know, right?
Yeah,
so
if he's the delivery person, he would know where they came from.
exactly.
And if he's delivering them back, we could follow with.
Yeah, there you go. See, I get
Interesting.
I get one bright idea every day, and that's about it.
Well, shit. So you used your first. I mean, if you're gonna use your bright idea, that would be the one to use it on. That's fucking. That's brilliant.
Thanks. Don't get used to it.
I don't know. You seem pretty magnificent with what I've seen that you can do. Everyone's got their field of specialty. So don't put yourself down.
Oh, I'm not. I know what I'm good at. I know what I'm good at.
Good. And take pride in that. I could never do what you do. I am. Look. I am scrawny. I am tiny. I could not. I'm sure there's a rock around here that I could not pick up.
Listen, in the same way that, and Sid's mood kind of drops for a second as she says the first part, but it picks up in the latter half where she says, in the same way that I think every living thing knows hunger, I think every living thing can learn how to revel and enjoy. So, bright side, right?
Right side.
Now let's go get the others before they get into a different mess.
Let's go grab the kids.
That's hysterical.
Excuse her?
Given I was like, there it is.
Sorry,
I was
the
like-
kids and grandma.
Ooh,
Correct.
that's perfect. Wow. All right. I think
Wrap
we're
it
gonna end
nice little bow for
session there for the evening. We'll pick up next week with headed towards the Ivory District. Amazing. All right, I am going to. I think Petra, if you want to start with outros, I think I'll let you go first.
Shit. Okay. Hi. I have been Petra Skelton. I have been Sid Ashclaw. I'll probably continue being Petra. I only continue being Sid every now and then. I do writing in various places. I am a columnist over at goonhammer.com, despite the unfortunate name with modern parlance. But I write about tabletop essentials. So if you want to get a new friend into the or a friend into the hobby that doesn't know a D20 from a DM, check out my tabletop essentials articles. Otherwise, I have a number of short stories that have shown up in different anthologies here and there. If you are the literary sort and you like reading, there's going to be an announcement coming on on reactormag.com coming up real soon, announcing a new anthology I'm a part of. I can't say anything about that now. And with Free RPG Day coming up this week, there is a quick start that we'll be releasing that if you watch my Twitter, if you watch anywhere, you'll see and get your first chance to try out a brand new RPG with a brand new engine, brand new system, all that, and tell me that it's broken and all those wonderful things so I can improve it. But
Oh, damn it.
otherwise, I will pass this over to the inimitable Matt.
Oh, hey! Hello, everyone. It's me, Matt, from the episode you were watching. I had a great time, and I hope we learned a lot. I I miss doing Simon's ending, and I liked it. I'm gonna bring it to every single show I'm in now. The word of the day is blankety blank. All I have to say, Nerdy rocks on everything. You can find me all over the internet, wherever you do internet things. I am making music under Nerdy, NUR-D. Check it out. You like some hip hop? New music is coming. It's super cool. If you're in the Minnesota/St. Paul Twin Cities area, opened up a brand new music studio for both art, music, video production, and all sorts of stuff. So come on through to Green Screen Studios and Fair Play Entertainment Studios at some point, where you're going to see us making a heap of new content, including Genesis Armor Room, my new TTRPG television show that'll be dropping next week with my friend Clint. We will be showing interesting and fun ways to create new D&D characters. The first episode is basing characters off of tarot reading, so it's going to be really fun. Come check that out. And then also look forward to, in January 1st of 2025, I know it's a long way away, but I believe it's going to be awesome, Sidekicked, my brand new Masks, the next generation, fully immersed, half role play, half scripted television show, half weird superhero nonsense. So it's going to be really fun. Check it out anywhere you go, and that's on Nerdy TV. I'll bring it over to Tom.
Yes, that's my name. It's me, that one Warlock. I make the saddest characters you've ever seen on the internet, except not today, because I was not playing as Backer. You can find me.
You said you were not playing as Backer. You were Backer.
I know what I
okay.
said.
Okay, cool. Okay, never mind. Carry on.
It's in your imagination. None of it was real. But you can find me across every single social media at that one Warlock in some way, shape, or form. You can find me on the TikToks, the Twitters, the Instagrams, all of it. If you like what you see here and want to see me do other characters, you can find me on Thursdays on the World Tree Quest playing as Ariel the Sea Witch in the first ever, as far as I know, completely underwater campaign. So those of you with thalassophobia, this is probably not the campaign for you, but if this sounds like your speed, come give us a watch. We are just getting into combat with half of the party charmed out of their brains and attacking the other parts of the party. Lots of fun. The only people who are not charmed are myself, the Warlock, the Paladin, and the Cleric. The Cleric is also blind at the moment, so who knows what'll happen, but come check us out. We might die. And I'm gonna pop over to my good old neighbor, CB.
Hilaria. I am Omega, also known as Critical Bard across all social media channels, except Tumblr. We don't go back to that hellscape. You can find me many different places. Let's go in order, starting from today. Thursday, you can catch me on Captain Robert's Twitch channel for Vecna Eve of Ruin, where I play a Dampier gunslinger who will kill you. On Sundays, I am over on D20 Deathmatch channel for a campaign playing a Circle of Sand druid named Nehepka, who again will kill you. Wait, that's I lied. Oh, I lied. That's Monday. On Sunday, I'm actually going to be starting or joining a campaign over on Winter's Tales Twitch channel, their Thirsty Sword Lesbians game. I won't say who they are yet, but probably will kill you. And then every Tuesday before this game over on the Wounded Warrior Project, you can catch me on The Fourth Age, which is a Lord of the Rings, the One Ring RPG campaign for charity, playing someone who won't kill you. Actually, the sweetest bean I probably have. Also, check out Castleton. I am the demigod of entropy, doing and stuff. And most importantly of everything, go to the Quit Awards and vote for people. As your host, I am not voting. I am refraining from voting because I want this to be as fair as possible. Though I do have my recommendations because I love some people. But honestly, it's a way just for people to have a little bit of excitement and appreciation for the art that they are putting forth. Whether the win does not matter. I'm gonna say that as loud as I can. The win does not matter. The fact that people are recognizing and seeing the work that you are doing is more than enough. And if you didn't get a nomination, also doesn't mean you aren't worth it. It's just a time for the theater community to come together. TTRPG community to come together. So that's really it, I think. Find me at other places like Gen Con and stuff. Goodbye. JD.
Hello, I'm JD. Tryhard Financial Lloyd all over the internet, Financial Lloyd everywhere else, and Bond if you're nasty. Tonight I have been Kelly on the fucking clown car of the gods, apparently. In terms of actual plays, you can only find me here. But if you want to find me in other places, go ahead and stream Contender, wherever you find your music. If you like a little bit of pop punk emo goodness, stream Mexico City. Because I've lost this battle.
It was never a battle. You never had a chance to win.
No, I didn't. I can't withstand the bit. Are you kidding? No one can withstand the bit. If you're going to be at the Colorado Ren Fair and you see me popping around, come up and say hi. I've got little trinkets for you. I will be at Gen Con this year, so if you find me, come say hi. Happy Pride Month and Free Palestine, y'all. Go ahead and kick it over to Ivy.
Hi, I'm Ivy. I'm your DM. I'm your conductor who had no story today, only vibes. I went off vibes. It's great. You can find me on Castleton. You can find me here every Tuesday. You can find me at the end of the month for Pride Month over on Chaosium's channel, where we're going to play some Call of Cthulhu for Pride. So if you ever want to come catch me on Chaosium, I'll be over there with my other board member for the Krill Awards, Fish. We're both going to be over there doing some Call of Cthulhu. It's going to be great. Oh, it's going to be so much fun. Yeah, I'm CEO and founder of the Krill Awards, so I am also not voting. I cannot be nominated for it. Thank you to everyone who put my name forward and made me do additional work. You cannot vote for me. I will not vote for you. I can't do it. Sorry. Against my bylaws. I wrote those. But yeah, so that's kind of where it is. If you are interested in voting for your favorite TTRPG finalists, because we are in the secondary round of voting, you can go and do so until July 7th. We're at almost 9,000 votes. So if you have not put your vote in for that yet, please go do so, because a thing will happen when we hit 10K. So if you are interested in see what happens when you hit 10K votes, go do that. Go and participate. So yeah, I think we're going to go raid somebody now. So if you guys want to stick around, spreadsheet of just Ivy noms, please don't do that. Please do not do that. But yeah, stick around for the raid. We're going to actually, I think, go raid one of our finalists. We're going to go raid Gnome Anna, who is over there world building. So we're going to go see Gnome. But yeah, stick around. We'll see you guys next week. Bye!